Miami Break News, I am so happy and excited to be here today because today we're going to hear a story about resilience, ambition, courage, strength. We have with us a beautiful, successful Colombian woman that went from a small town in Colombia to a very successful spa and beauty business in Boston. We have Janete Guzman with us. Thank you so much and welcome. How are you feeling, Janete?
Good, thank you. Thank you for your invitation. Thank you, Miami Break News, for having me.
Janete, you have such a powerful story. We were talking about it just now. I want to start off, because you're very successful, you have a very interesting career, but I want to start off from the beginning. Let's talk about the first years. So you were born in a farm in Colombia, and then you decided at 13 to leave the farm. Can you tell me a little bit about that? Why? You left alone.
Yes, that was because I always wanted to study, to know how to read and write. And my father at that time, I don't blame him because that was how he grew up.
Yes.
So he thought that was not important, mostly for women, to know, to go to school.
Wow.
He said,
okay.
You gotta learn how to cook and clean and take care of your husband.
Wow.
I was only 13. I denied completely. No, I don't want that. I wanna study, I wanna grow. And he don't want me to. So I asked him, like, please, I do my chores, and anytime you tell me what I have to do, I do it, I promise, but let me go to school. And he said no. So I decided to run away.
Wow.
At 13.
At 13. So you decide to run away. First, I want to ask, so this was your idea, correct? It was not your sister's idea?
No.
Okay, so this was
No.
your idea. Was there anything you were afraid of while running away from home?
I was afraid of many things at that time.
Okay.
I was afraid even to, in the night, go outside because our bathroom was outside of the house.
Wow, okay.
And when we go outside to the bathroom, we hear noises in the night. We see like, ooh, 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 what is that?
Oh
But when we take a decision to do something for ourselves, we forgot about anything.
Wow.
I forgot about things. I forgot about I was afraid. I don't think in anything else than my goal. I want to go to the capital. I want to go to Bogota. I want to go to study, go to school, grow, help my parents, help my family that's still in the farm.
Yes.
And I forgot about all of that.
And at the time, you didn't know how to read and write properly, correct?
Yeah. I know a little bit because one of my older sisters, she was in a convent to be a nun.
Okay.
So she knows a little bit, and she at that time, she taught me how to, a little bit.
A little bit.
So with that, I defended myself and things that I have to
We
to
were
do.
talking about education because it's very interesting, the contrast between what your father taught you at the beginning and what you want, because I've seen in all your interviews that education is very important to you. Do you
Yes.
think it has anything to do with your father's beliefs by any chance?
I always believe that be educated, give more opportunities.
Yes.
Open more doors. It's a feeling, that is what I always, my nieces, my nephew, my family, I always say, please study,
Yeah.
please go to school, please study. Because for me, even now that I am, I'm only like study a lot, I keep studying. Even in my career, any classes that I see, I take advantage, I study. Because when I study in Colombia, my career was cosmetologist.
Okay.
But this is a lot, the cosmetology involves a lot. They have a lot of branches, like extensions, like keratin, like the color. The thing that I study when I, at that time, is nothing that now we use.
Yes.
So I have to keep on dating, like twice a year I take classes and be
Updated
with everything is coming new. So now I study like laser hair removal, I used to permanent makeup, and also the permanent makeup when I study was like tattoo eyebrows, now it's microblading, shading, all of that we
Yes.
keep going to school and study, and I like it, I love study.
Why? Why do you think education is so important?
Because we can grow, we can get more money. I have like a story about a client that she worked like getting the minimum salary,
Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And she make an appointment to do the eyebrows. I tell her the price before, and when I did it like in 3 hours, she take the money from the envelope, and I say, oh, Janete, this is the money that I earn in the whole week.
Oh my gosh, wow.
And I feel like,
Yeah.
I say, oh, sweetie, that is why we need to study something. That is what we need to study, because if we get the minimum salary, we don't grow.
You don't, yes.
And even the minimum salary, I study, I just like to be like my own business.
Yes.
It's not like being an employee, okay, it's okay, and not everybody have the business mind, I
Mindset,
understand that. But we also try to do something that give them an opportunity to grow. Because I say the salary, they rise like maybe $1 an hour, $2. But when we have their own business, we put our own salary.
Yes.
You want to get more money, you work more days or more hours, but it's worth it because it's for yourself.
And it takes courage, I believe. Even now, to open a business, to be a business owner is something that for you it's easy because I see you're very driven. So I understand for you it's like, but it takes a lot of courage, which you have. And I want to go back to that time, like the 13, 14-year-old Janete. Tell me a little bit more, how did those years happen? Because then I know you opened your first business at 18.
Yeah.
So you had a lot of courage, Janete.
Yes.
So let me know, like, how did that happen? How did you get to opening your first business at 18, fleeing home when you were 13? Tell me about those years.
Yeah, those years were hard,
Yes.
very hard.
Yes.
Because I started working and saving. And working, and I work in a restaurant.
Okay.
And I saved every penny. But that was like, my money was so tight that if I take a wrong bus, I have to walk.
Wow.
I don't have money to get another bus.
Wow.
So that was the way how tight was my money. But that was my goal. And that is that I say to people that I had the chance to say, like, it's an effort, it's courage. But if we get a goal and we work in that goal, we get it. It's non-stop, nothing can stop. We have the mind that I want to get this, and you do the right things. That's important too. Do the right thing. Like me, I was working, saving, studying, because I was working at the restaurant and studying in a beauty school.
That's incredible. How old were you at the time?
I was, like I say, 16.
But you were super young. Imagine.
Yes, yeah. And I couldn't do it. I do it. That was hard. I don't say that it's easy.
Yes.
No, never was easy. I cry. I don't sleep well. I sleep like 2 hours, 3 hours, doing homework, get up early in the morning, go to work, finish work, go to school.
Wow.
That was a lot. But I say I can do it.
Did you feel at some point like giving up by any chance? Like in those years that were really hard, you were sleeping only 2 hours. Did you feel at some point like, I can't do this, I'm going back home?
No, I feel tired. I
Yes.
feel that was hard, but I never in my mind like quit. I said I can do it, and I a little more effort, and I can do it. So it's like I say I cannot. I have to do it. I have to do it. I never thought like, no, I don't want to do it anymore. I cry. I feel frustrated.
Yes.
I feel like, why is so hard for me?
Yes, yes.
Like, why have to be like this much? I cannot ask my family for money because they don't have
money, of
They
course.
don't have, so I have to force myself. But I know that, that was worth it. I never regret. I never changed that because that made me strong. That made me the person who I am today. That time that I was struggling, that made me strong.
Do you think something gave you courage, like something you were working for, even your family? Was your family your inspiration? What gave you courage and strength in those times?
Yeah, mostly that, because I want to help them.
Yeah, that's
I want to help my mother. I want to help my other sister and my nephews, my nieces that was in the farm at that time. I say, they need me.
Wow.
In my family, nobody else have the courage at that time.
Yes.
So I said, I gotta help them. I have to do it. And I feel so good when I went back to the farm. I said, look at this. We're gonna have electricity.
Oh, wow.
Or the cows can have, when they drink the water, because they don't have it, they have to go to the river.
So
I bring the water to the farm.
Wow.
And that made me feel good. And I said, good, I can do it, and I can do it.
And you were telling me that something about boyfriends, right? Like you were not like losing any time with that. You were focused.
No, I didn't know. I was, the difference between my sister that we grow in the same situation and me is that they run away from home.
Okay.
But they run away with other farmers.
Got it.
Around there, and they have kids, and they don't go to school, and the same. I said, I don't want that for myself. If that was the situation, I stay with my parents.
Yes.
Better.
Yes.
But I don't want that. I don't want to stay like in a farm here or in a farm here. It's the same. So I said, no, I don't want it. And I don't thinking in boyfriends. I don't want anything around the farm. And when I get in Bogota, when I went to school to study like my middle school and my high school.
Yeah.
So as an adult, because that was not an age to study, at 13 years old, I have to study like in a program for adults.
Okay.
So my friends in the school, they say, let's go party, let's go today, let's go here. I say, no, my parents not allow me to go, even that I was by myself. But I maintain parties because I don't want. I don't want a distraction. Yeah. I don't want parties. I don't want boyfriend. I want to focus in my study, focus in my goals that I have have my salon.
That's incredible to hear, because as a woman, you know that we are under pressure always for like having kids and getting a husband and getting a boyfriend, and for you to
Yes.
say, I didn't want any of that. I
Yeah.
just wanted to succeed in my business. Imagine all the little girls watching right now and being inspired by that.
Yeah, it's a distraction. I think that we need to have a balance in
Yes.
our life, and maybe there are some young girls or guys that have, they have help for the parents, or they have a little help for family. They don't have to be like that, but it's a balance.
Yes.
It's not all distraction, all just like fun. No, we have, and that's the best years.
Yes.
The first year, like teenager, like 20s, the first years to grow.
Yes.
And most of the time, I'm young. I need to party, I need to do this because I am young. But this is the best year to
focus.
start and to focus and start a career and grow. After that, you have money, you can do anything
I
you
love that.
want.
Yes, you're right.
But
You're right.
not when you grow, because you lose time, you don't finish school. So that is how I think.
So you saved money, you worked and you studied, and you saved money to open up your first business at
Yes.
18.
Yes.
So at 18, you opened your first business. What do you believe that gave you the strength and this idea in your mind that you could do it? Because at 18, people are partying, exactly.
Yes.
And then you were opening your first business at 18. How did that happen?
Yeah, that was my small salon, and I was so happy because I said, I have 2 chairs and 2 mirrors, but it's my salon. I have experience working like 2 years in a salon. That my first boss was very nice, and he helped me out. Even when I started, I said, help me to save.
I know that.
Give half of my salary. I have to survive with that half salary. I need to save half of my salary. And yeah, I get a place, and I started. I was painting myself. I was doing things like the little thing to put the towels. I get like a little. That was like a basket.
Okay.
Like a basket, but I decorated. I
That's
get
nice.
glue, and I decorated very nice, and I
so,
put
yeah,
the
DIY.
towels. So there was a lot of things that I did myself to
Yes.
save money.
I
Like
love
painting
that.
the place. I painting the place myself, even the ceiling. I painted. So it's saving and surviving, and I opened my salon, and I was successful. I was very good. I was in a good place in Bogota. That I was when the middle to high class.
Wow.
When the
okay.
middle classes started. So I start getting clients from like models.
Wow,
Like,
oh my God.
The girls that go for a beauty passion, all of that. So that made me, bring me more clients. And I studied like hard. I graduated with honors.
Wow.
I was very, very good in when I was studying, I said, like, pay attention what they say and repeat it and ask questions. How I can do better. And I practice and practice. I get all the people to practice. I get the people that was selling newspaper in the street, selling food in the street. I say, do you want to get your hair blonde? I can do it for free.
Wow.
I bring it to the school. So I did it like, even that was the lady to sell newspaper. When I was doing her hair, I said, this is like the wife of the president.
I love that. Wow.
So I treated it like that, and I did try to do my best, because that is how I wanted to do the best.
And I hear in your words a lot, for everyone watching, a lot of like the saving and studying. So basically you are very big on saving money and not spending everything, and studying a lot.
Yes.
I want to go back to the first time you were back in the farm. So you left, and then how was it? Like the first time you were back in the farm, you had a little bit of money saved. Did your parents tell you anything? What did your sister say?
I know my father was very mad. He says,
no.
if he find me, he's gonna break my legs.
What?
Because I ran away from home. But I don't go, I don't say anything. I start working, and every time I receive my payment, a little bit of things, I put in a part for my parents. So I get the first, like chain, like the plates and all of that, silverware, because we don't use that.
And what did you guys
We
use?
those that look like a squash.
Okay.
Like a squash, kind of squash. So
Yes.
we take it inside and we let it dry.
Wow,
So
okay.
that was we call totuma.
Yeah. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, we do, the small one was a spoon and the big one was the parts.
Wow.
So when I went there, I bring the first like 55 pieces.
Wow.
And I bring
silverware.
like all like for the bed, like many things that they don't have, food,
Wow.
clothes, blankets. I bring everything. When I went the first time, I called the radio, because at that time no phones.
Oh my God, yeah, that's right.
So I called the radio, and they have the radios. All farms have radios.
Okay.
If my father, let's see that my father don't listen, the neighbor said, Mr. Guzman, you know that your daughter is coming today?
Oh my God.
So they pass and I say, we say to Guillermo Guzman that your daughter, Ruth Janete, coming today, a father, bring 5 horses. You know 5 horses? How many things I have to bring?
Oh my God.
So I was a little scared, but I was excited to go. So when my father see me, he forgot about breaking my legs because I have a lot of things, and he hugged me and cried, and that was very exciting to bring a lot of things for my family.
How old were you at the time?
16.
Wow. So
that was 3 years later.
Wow. So 3 years without seeing your family, without hugging them?
Yes.
Your father didn't break your legs because he was, I'm pretty sure they are all very proud of you.
They were very happy to see me successful. I was, looking good and helping them. And I said, Father, I want to help. I want to put the water on the farm.
And you were a kid.
Yeah.
It's still a kid. Yes. 16 years old as a teenager.
Yes.
So you open your salon. It's very successful. And then after you're very successful, you decide to come to the U.S.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit more about that. So you were already successful, and then you're like, I'm going to conquer the U.S. now.
Yeah, that is one thing that I was doubted because my salon was successful there, and I have a lot of clients, and I make it bigger. At the time that I come, that was a big salon, and I have a lot of clients. But I say, well, I am the woman that say, who don't risk an egg, don't have a chicken.
Okay.
So I always thinking risk. I'm not afraid. I say, well, let's go. So I never regret. I love United States. I love here, and here is better because I work the same that I was working in Colombia hard,
Exactly.
but I can see more the money.
Did it feel like you were starting again?
Yeah.
Like all over again?
If I have to start a new thing, I don't mind to study. Yeah, I love it. And I love to know new things and starting new careers. I will not mind. I love my career.
Yes.
I don't say about beauty. I'm very grateful with my career because I have been having everything I want and help my parents and help other people because my career give me the money to do it. But if I have to do anything, I can do it.
I think your life story, I believe, like the beginning of your life kind of taught you that you can do anything. I believe that's why you're not afraid anymore to start over if you had to.
Yes.
So you start here in the U.S. You open a salon right away. What do you come and what do you do? The first
I started working in a salon.
Okay.
There was a lady from Puerto Rico to give me the opportunity to study because when they don't know, the people they don't know, we don't have clients, it's hard to study. You have to study from zero.
Yes.
And she gave me the opportunity. I worked like a little more than 3 years, but in the meantime, I was studying to get my license.
Okay. And studying again?
Studying again to get my license. I study English, it's hard because I have to work and study, and that was a little hard. But as soon as I had my license and everything, I opened my own business.
And then you open your own business, but then you're also a model and an actress.
Yes,
so,
Claudia, that is another passion that I have.
All right.
About acting, and I did it in Colombia.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I started the first in Colombia. I finished my whole career as an actress.
Wow, okay.
Because I am the same of being a cosmetologist. I don't say, oh, I want to do this because I want it.
Yes.
No, I prepare myself, I study hard, and I give it all my passion to that I wanted to do. And acting, I finished all the career, like theater, all acting, improvisation, all my career I finished as an actress.
Wow.
And I was doing good in Colombia.
Okay.
I was in RT television, I was doing I worked in like in 18 programs in Colombia before I came. Because I was so blessed in that. I went to casting, like, let's see, 600 people, and I went there to the casting and I get it.
And what were you doing, like on a TV host or actress?
No, like actress.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Like shows, like comedy, like soap operas.
That's so fun.
Yeah, I did Don Chinche, Romeo y Buseta, NN. That's another program that called NN. And there was another soap opera called Detrás de un Ángel, Behind the Angel. So I was working in that. So when I come here, I thought that was easy because I said like, when I was young that I watched TV at the first, I said like, be an actress. But I see like far, I see like the moon. I don't think so. It's so hard to get it. But when I study and I see that I was there, I say like, from here to Hollywood.
There you go. Of course, why not?
So as soon as I come to the United States, I think that 3 weeks later, I was in Hollywood.
You were like, yes, and now I'll be in the red carpet. And what happened then?
So I went there with my resume. I am an actress. I studied in Colombia. This is my resume. So they were very nice, and they said, like, oh, we don't work that way.
Got it.
But they were nice. They said, no, because you're Latina. It's not because that. It's because we work in different ways. You need to get somebody who represents you.
Oh, okay, a manager. Like,
A manager,
okay.
like a manager. And I didn't know. I tried to get it. Well, that was a long history to get one because I was, looking for it. Not that I stopped. I was trying. But that happened. The one that I went there in LA, and there was a lady in a beauty salon. I was
Okay.
doing my nails, and she was doing her nails too. And I listened to her, not that I was, but I listened and I said, oh, that's. And she was talking about that. And in the conversation, I know that she was like in acting.
Okay.
And I said, like, I wait for her outside, like an hour. I'm like, excuse me. I was here at the conversation, and I know, and I am an actress, and I come here for looking for a job, and they say that I have to get a manager. Can you help me with that? And she said, oh, of course, yeah. She was from Mexico. She was Spanish too.
Nice.
So she said she helped me. But that time, no phone like this.
Okay.
I'm talking about
It was
34 years ago. So she gave me her phone, her information, email, and all of that in a piece of paper.
Okay.
And I put it in my wallet like a diamond.
Yeah,
I said,
yeah.
this is very for me. To try to contact her, she said, send me picture, your resume. I need
Perfect.
picture like the most old that you can get, the ugly that you can get, the beautiful. So she told me to do pictures like that. And I said, sure. As soon as I get to Boston, I do it and I send it to you. And when I come in, I lose my wallet.
I know, no.
I lose my wallet with the information. I say, where I can get the bag?
And then you never saw her again?
No.
No way.
So
But
that
I think-
was, and in Boston we don't produce. It's no acting
no,
at
it's
all.
only in
So
LA.
I stayed there and I started studying English and making money and open business. So I postponed.
Okay, but still on the table.
It's still there. It's
Okay.
never late for doing this. And less acting. That acting, I see older people acting, so I can do it. I still have.
And you study acting here as well?
Yes.
Okay.
I studied in John Robert Power. I studied in John Casablanca. I studied in IMA Production. I
Wow.
studied in another in New York. So I keep studying.
And something interesting happened with your acting teacher, correct? Yes, correct?
Yeah.
There's something happened with an incident happened. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
In Colombia.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he was like a military.
Oh, okay.
He was very tough. And I pay a lot of money for that school.
Okay.
So I say, I pay that much money for him to treat me like that. And he said, hey, me today, that one day you're going to take me. Thanks to me. And I said, I don't think so. But when I was studying in Boston in John Robert Power, when I do my scenes, like part of homework, and they say like, wow, how you do that? The other student, how you do that? Where that coming from? And I don't know, from here.
You ended up thanking him.
But
didn't
I
you?
said like, oh. And when
There
I
you
saw
go.
him, I say, I thought that I never say that, but thank you to being rude.
Exactly.
Because it's just, not just that, is that sometimes we can get a director that is tough.
Yes.
And if we are not used to, we say, like, forget it. I don't act, and we leave, because that for me, that was hard and that was rude. And even when he was teaching me to hit,
Okay.
like
The
slapping
famous
face.
slapping, the
Yeah.
novela one.
Yeah, that
Okay.
was slapping, and I feel like don't hitting my,
Yeah, the
my
other
partner.
person, yeah.
I said like, And he said, that looks so false. No,
my
do
gosh.
it right. And I said, like, So he says, like, let me show you how.
Oh,
is
no,
it.
okay.
So he had like a big hands like that because he's a big man. He's very tall. He's from Barranquilla, Colombia.
Okay.
And he came in my face like, wow. That
Oh,
he gave me
no.
his finger in my face. And I said,
Oh my gosh.
but yeah, that was right. That I needed,
So he slapped you basically.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Teaching
So he
you
said,
to
that
slap.
is the way. We don't want to do false because people are not stupid. Like the people that watching TV, they know that it's no, if you're gonna give it. But we have a lot of classes to teach how to touch that don't hurt.
Right. Yeah, okay.
This finger has to be here and this way. So we have classes for that. But I just was like
Have you
afraid to
ever-
hurt my partner.
Have you ever had any grudge on someone you were slapping and you were like, yes? So I want to talk about maybe the haters or the not so good part about people, not so supportive part. How did you deal with people who didn't share your vision or people who maybe didn't believe in what you were doing? I don't know if you had them along the years, but if you did, how do you deal with that?
That was very hard in the beginning because yes, I have. Not
Okay.
I say, but we know later that they will put it another face.
Yes.
But now I learned with the time, that is the good thing about experience.
Yes, yes.
That those people hurt us if we let them hurt. So I don't let them to throw the garbage on me.
Okay.
So I just let it go, and I don't argue anymore with people.
Good.
I say, good luck. I don't spend my energy and my time in argue with people that don't understand. So I just let it go and breathe and no.
I love that.
Yeah.
And do you think success, because I believe you have been very successful along the years in Colombia and here.
Yeah.
Do you think success comes from passion or discipline?
I think that the combination of both. Yeah, the discipline is very important, and passion too, because you love what you do better. And you don't feel it. Like me, I don't feel tired. I don't feel exhausted because I love what I do.
It.
And discipline, because if we are not on time, if we don't open the business every day, if we keep canceling appointments, we're gonna go down. So we have to have discipline. And love for the profession, because you love the profession. You put, like me, I get up and I do my hair and my makeup as a respect for my clients.
I love that.
I say, I don't gonna, take care of my client with a ponytail if I'm cleaning the house. No, that's disrespectful with my clients. So everybody say, oh, you look beautiful every day. Yeah, for you.
Exactly.
For my clients. That is that. And another thing that helped me that I have to say it because this is more helpful is that I'm very believe in God.
I love that.
So I believe in God, and I believe in that He helped me in everything, and I put all my things in God. And when I open a business, I say like, God, this is us, because I get it with nothing. Everything I have is because God helped me to have it.
I was going to ask.
So He's my partner, and I ask Him help me in anything when I'm struggling, when I'm tired, or when I'm frustrated. Put in the hand God and go easy.
How important do you think was faith in your journey? Because I know you mentioned God a lot, and
Yes.
your relationship with God.
Yes, for me, it's the most important thing.
I love that.
It's the most important thing, because if we don't trust God, it's like I feel empty. I feel alone.
Yes.
And when I think about God, I feel like that power that I don't have,
He gives it to you.
close to me, and I feel like there's a lot of things that I see the power of God. That is what I will never forget about God. I always be God with me. In any business or personal relationship or family, everything, I put God first.
And now right now you have your beauty business in Boston, correct?
Yes.
So can you tell me a little bit more about right now your current business?
My current business, I have opened 3 beauty salon and spa.
Wow.
And in the way, another business is starting that is the biggest project that I have in my life.
Okay.
Not only in the United States, but in my whole life. Because I say, I am a woman of the risk. I go, I trust God and I go with the bigger. And this is a big project.
Okay.
This is a big project, but I open small salons.
Okay.
This is it's a new thing now. I think that Miami too, that they have like a small salon. They have like a chair, a sink, and a hair washer, and a mirror.
Okay.
And they have their own door.
They rent it, right? Like
and
little
they rent
spaces.
it,
Okay.
little spaces. So I bought a big building with 25 small places.
Wow, that's
and they have
incredible.
30 parking spots. So I'm gonna have my 4th salon in one of them. I left my space for my 4th Janete beauty salon.
Okay.
And then the rest I'm gonna rent it.
I love
For
it.
salon, for nail, for eyelashes, whatever they wanted, or estheticians. So this work, that project is in the way.
That's very visionary of you.
Yes.
And now you currently have 3 salons.
Yes.
And then that's your project.
Yes.
I love that project. I wanted to ask you again about success. How has your definition of success changed over time, over the years? Because some people say that success is maybe not money, or some people say that it is, or current family, friends, relationships. How has that changed?
I think that we don't say that money is the first things, but that help to help.
Yes. Yes.
And I like when I can help people. I like when I can go to Colombia and give food to 15, 20 families.
I love that.
And I feel successful when I can help somebody to go to school, because they cannot pay for that. I say, here is study what you want, finish it. I help you. That for me made me happy, and that for me can be part of success.
I love that definition of success. It's helping people you care about.
And I was telling my niece last night, or a friend that we have, I said, when I hear people say, it's better give than receive, And I am pretty sure about that.
Okay.
I say, I receive presents, but I say, oh, thank you. But, you know, it's like, stay there.
Yes.
But when I give, I was like even crying. Oh my God, I can give that. And I feel like it's so good that I can give that and see the people happy to receive what I give it. That made me more like happier. You know, I feel happier to give.
That's
and I'm
amazing.
for sure that it's better give than receive.
It's better to give than receive. It is. If someone watching this feels like they don't have the tools, or they don't have the strength, or the education even, to succeed in life, what would you tell them?
I tell them that still you can do it. Because I don't have education, I don't even have my basic education, I don't have a penny, and I did it. So you can do it too. And you have more than that. Here is a lot of people that I see that have the English, the citizenship, the family, even a little bit of help, even a food that help. So if I do it, you can do it because I'm not special. I'm just a simple human being that I started from zero, and I feel myself like very proud of what I did. And I still am doing, and I will do more. So you can do it.
And I ask you about the haters and the people that have not been supportive of you. But I want to talk about the ones who have. Who do you thank? Who do you give thanks to for like being with you and being supportive of you?
Yeah, during all my life, I have been having like angels that help me out to, in one way to another way. For example, the people who work in my business,
Okay.
I appreciate very much because there are some that are still there are some that are not there. They are like my first boss, for example, give me the opportunity. The teachers that helped me out with my English that was no good, and that was hard. I was struggling to finish my career because the English and teacher helped me. So it's a lot of people in my way that helped me out to push me to get to the next level. Yeah, my sister that worked for me more than 20 years.
Wow.
So this is a lot of people in my way during all this time here and there that, you know, angels that help
Little
me to grow.
angels, yes. Thank you so much, Janete, for this interview. I think everyone is feeling inspired after this. I hope you keep being as successful as you are and more. Thank you so much for coming and having us.
Thank you. Thank you, Miami Break News, for the invitation, and thank you, Claudia, for the interesting interview.
We'll see each other again at the spa. We'll do
Sure.
this. Thank you so
Welcome.
much.